In today's project, we want to add a new receptacle or outlet with USB and USB-C capability. The location where we want to add the outlet currently has 2 light switches in it already. So what we're going to need to do is switch out the existing box that holds 2 devices, the 2 switches, for a box that will hold 3 devices, the 2 switches and the new receptacle we're installing. Welcome to Daily Build It, where we build, repair, review, and just generally tinker with stuff. If you'd like to be notified when we do really cool projects, then hit that subscribe button and set the notification bell. Let's get started on our project. When we unscrew and pull off the wall plate, we see what we have to deal with. We have the 2-gang box that we're holding the 2 devices, and we have cinder block behind the sheetrock because this home is wood lath on cinder block construction. I should also mention at this point that we did test to see that there's power in this box. They're not just 2 switch legs going to the switches. We actually have power, so we can add this extra receptacle. We're going to use our battery-powered chipping hammer to chisel out some of that cinder block to fit the larger box that we'll need. You definitely want to use ear, eye, and nose protection for this part of the project. Remember, turn off the power to the circuit that you're working on. What we're going to do here is what I call precision demo. This isn't like breaking up the sidewalk and give it your full force. You want to go in there gently, knocking out 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of material at a time. This way we're not blowing straight through the wall to the outside, and we're not taking out too much material too fast. Just take your time, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch at a time, and use the existing electrical box as a guide how deep to go. You want to go a little deeper than the box that's in there. Once we've chipped out and removed all the cinder block pieces and any foam insulation that might be in there, we can move on to the next step. In most residential construction, the box inside the wall will be plastic. Getting the old electrical box out of the wall can usually be a big pain in the neck, but just take your time using a pair of tin snips, cut the box apart, cut pieces of it out, pull pieces of it out with like needle nose pliers or even slip joint pliers. Just be careful not to nick any of the wires. Take your time. The reason we're doing it this way is so we don't have to cut open the sheetrock and make a huge hole that we'd have to patch and paint. So this method, even though it's a real pain in the neck, will prevent a lot more work when it comes to patching. At this point, we can disconnect the devices, the 2 switches, and it's a good idea to label the wires to make reassembly easier. So the new box we'll be installing is a 3-gang old work box. An old work box is designed to go in if sheetrock is already installed. When an old work box is installed in the wall, when you turn the screws, these tabs pop out and hold the box tightly, securely against the wall. The power coming into the box, or the feed, will power the new receptacle, but will also pigtail off of it to hook it back into the light switches like it was hooked up before. That's why it was important to label everything before we disassembled it. Let me know in the comments section if you need more specifics on how this is wired, and we may do a follow-up video. Then we carefully just fit the wires back into the box, insert the devices, and screw them in. And there you have it, a neat installation with no sheetrock repair, no spackling, and no paint touch-up. So if you found this video helpful today, please give it a like or a thumbs up so that YouTube knows to show it to more people. Thanks, and see you in the next video.